Good morning to all. Myself Jincy, lecturer from Emmanuel College of Pharmacy. Today we are discussing about the topic Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act 1960. Contents, objectives, definitions under the Act, and Institutional Animal Ethics Committee CPCSEA guidelines for breeding and stocking of animals, performance of experiments, transfer and acquisition of animals for experiments, records, power to suspend or revoke registration, offences and penalties. Introduction. Nearly all developing countries have laws to save animals from cruelty, that is, unnecessary pain and sufferings. It can also be said that these laws have been made to prevent humans from behaving cruelty towards the animals. For accessing the efficiency of the existing legislation on the subjects, and for combining several laws into a single act. The Indian government appointed committee which introduced the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act. Objectives. It prevents the infliction of unnecessary pain or suffering on animals and also to prevent cruelty to animals. The term animals comprises of any living creature but not the human being. The term cruelty has not been defined under this act. However, it means the infliction of unnecessary pain or sufferings. Definitions under the Act. Animal. Animal is any living creature other than a human being. Board. Board is the Animal Welfare Board established under Section 4 of the Act. Then breeder. Breeder is a person owning an institution which breeds animal for transferring to the authorized institution for performing experiments. Then committee is constituted under section 15 of the act for the control and supervision on animals. Then Animal Welfare Board of India. This board is established by central government in 1962 under the section 4. The board consists of 28 members who serve for a period of 3 years. The central government nominates one of the members to be its chairman and another members to be its vice chairman. The central government may appoint secretary of the board. Headquarters of this board is at Chennai. Then objectives to promote animal welfare in general, to protect animals from unnecessary pain or sufferings in particulars. Then functions of Animal Welfare Board of India to prevent the cruelty to animals and advise the central government regarding the amendments, to advise the central government on making of rules with the objective of preventing unnecessary pain or suffering to animals, to suggest the government any improvements in the design of vehicles so as to lessen the burden on draught animals, to encourage by any financial assistance formulation of rescue homes, animals shelters, to advise the government on medical care and attention to be provided in animal hospitals, to advise the government in such other matters relating to animal welfare. The Institutional Animal Ethics Committee. Institutional Animal Ethics Committee is a committee with a group of individuals registered by the committee for the control and supervision of experiments on animals. The expert consultant of CPCSEA is at Chennai and its member secretary for animal welfare is at New Delhi under the Ministry of Environment and Forests. The 8 members in Institutional Animal Ethics Committee constitution in National Institute of Biologicals include the chairperson, two scientists from two different biological disciplines, a scientist from the outside institute, a non-scientist socially aware member, a CPCSEA nominee, a scientist in charge of animal facility of establishment concern, a veterinarian in case of animal, and co-opted in-house scientist, either a microbiologist or pathologist. Then CPCA guidelines for breeding and stocking of animals. Committee for the purpose of control and supervision of experiments on animals was established under section 50. Only the registered establishments can carry out the business of breeding or trading animals for performing experiments on them. Animal houses should be located in a quiet atmosphere with no traffic. The buildings should be neat, hygienic, and the animals should be protected from drought and extreme conditions of weather. Small animals should be kept in cages, and large animals should be given shelter under stables for their comfort and to avoid overcrowding. Then performance of experiments. This act prohibits prohibited animal experimentation for acquiring physiological information that might save lives, reduce sufferings, or fight diseases in humans, perform animals or plants. Committee for Control and Supervision of Experiments on Animals. After the board advises the central government to control or monitor animal experimentation, the official gazette should form a committee with enough officials and non officials. The committee chairman shall be selected by the central government. To successfully accomplish its function, this committee should have the competence to control its own process. The committee should receive grants, contributions, donations, subscriptions, bequests, and gifts, including those from the government. Then, subcommittee. The committee can even constitute several subcommittees to effectively exercise its power, perform duties, or to investigate, report, and counsel the committee related any matter. Staff of the committee. The committee can appoint officers and other employees in sufficient number to effectively exercise its powers and perform its duties. The compensation and the other terms and conditions of service of these officers and employees can be determined by the committee. Offenses and penalties. An individual is held responsible of an offense under this act if he or she exhibit or trains any animals not registered under this amendment, exhibits or trains any animals with respect to which he or she is not registered, exhibits or trains any animal on which experiment should not be conducted, does not allow any individual or police officer to enter and inspect the place where experiments are conducted, hides any animal to avoid inspection, despite of being registered under this act, fails to produce the certificate with no genuine reason, or applies to get registered under this act when not entitled to be so registered. If found to be guilty of any of these offences, an individual is punished with a fine rupees 500 or imprisoned for 3 months or both. Thank you.